is Step 1 with Freddie Wilson. Welcome to another episode of Step 1. I'm Freddie Wilson. As a reminder, you can find every episode of Step 1 on Spotify and YouTube. If you want to see more Step 1, give me a follow on Instagram at Step 1 with Freddie Wilson and Twitter at Step 1 Podcast. We've got a great show for today. My good friend Eli Hearne joins the show to help preview the Super Bowl. We're actually going to get straight to the interview. We talked about all the big headlines, everything from the NBA. We did some draft predictions. So we did it all. It's an awesome interview. So let's get to my interview with Eli Hearne. Oh, all right. Today we welcome on. This is our second annual Super Bowl preview with Eli Hearne. Eli, welcome back. How are you? It has been a minute.
It has. Happy to be back. Happy to be talking ball. It's been a long season, but a good season. I'm excited to get into it.
All right, but before we get into the Super Bowl,
True.
we got to talk about the NBA. It's been a wild NBA week. I think we got to start a blockbuster trade. Luka and Anthony Davis swapping teams. I have my thoughts. So I'm really curious to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. Gut reaction. I had fallen asleep early that night. I think it was Saturday evening.
Mm-hmm.
I had a nice early evening that evening. Caught up on some Z's. I woke up in the middle of the night and checked my phone quickly, and the group chats were buzzing, and
As they should be.
And I really was just kind of like, first of all, I was like, wow, like what, why? And as I've sat with it, I still am like, wow, why? But I've come to think that I don't think it's insane. I mean, it's pretty crazy they traded him, his age and everything, but he did want money. It sounds like he would have signed in Dallas. To me, the big craziest thing is the lack of picks they got. Like, if you're gonna do that, you get a haul of 4 to 5 first rounders and at least enter a rebuild. And they did not do that at all. So that's to me.
They got Anthony Davis.
Yeah, but still, I mean, if you're gonna do that, just looking at like what McCall Bridges brought in, what Paul George brought in, what Rudy Gobert brought in, like those guys are all stars, but they weren't NBA first team, all NBA first team. Like it's a different level. But at the end of the day, the deal's done. And I'm interested to see how it plays out.
Who do you think is going to win this trade? It's hard to say because it's like both teams got two very different players.
Winning the trade means for the Mavericks a championship in the next 3 years, 2 years. But like that's Kyrie and AD's window realistically. But to say the Lakers win this trade, it could be one championship in the next.
Because LeBron's gonna retire.
Yeah, but it's Luka's team now. I mean, it's a cornerstone of your franchise, and it's truly his team.
LeBron James Jr.'s team, actually. Bronny.
Well, I've seen things about the Saudi league and then like the international league.
Don't tell me the Saudis are in basketball now.
There's some things going around where Maverick Carter, LeBron's guy, is he's helping create an international basketball league, and he's asking for like $5 billion in funding or something like that, and so that then they can pay stars. And there's speculation that Luka might get a ton of money to go there instead. So I don't know. I've heard Luka has drinking problems from some inside sources. I've heard some things through the grapevine.
But
a lot of
the Lakers still got an awesome player, and
100%. Yeah,
I mean
that's the thing. He can be slow. He can be a little chubby, and he'll still drop 35, 12, and 10 on you like it's nothing.
And Anthony Davis wasn't scoring that, but you lose Anthony Davis's defense.
100%. And he's been playing well. I've seen my fair share of West Coast games when it's the only thing on at 11 p.m. I've watched some Lakers this year, and he's been playing really well, putting up really good numbers. It's just a matter of how long that can sustain, and it's not going to be the 10 years that Luca could. But it was interesting. I mean, it's a cool. I feel bad for Luca. He looks very sad in the post in the press conferences. He just bought a house, I'm pretty sure, and that's what people are
Yeah,
saying.
like he took his team to an NBA Finals, and now they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, like we don't want you
yeah,
anymore. Sorry.
yeah. It was weird, but
Uh, I like the De'Aaron Fox trade to the Spurs. I'm
that's a fun trade.
I was disappointed De'Aaron is no longer a Sacramento King because like how many guys like spend that much time in Sacramento? Not too
Yeah,
many.
yeah. No, that's very true. But I think it was one of those things where it's just not nothing was going to come of it. So they got some people out
They
of
got
it.
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine to pair with DeMar because that's never been done before. And then it's just a matter of getting Wemby some support, which is awesome. He's awesome to watch.
Yeah,
So
fun to play with on 2K, by the way.
yeah, I have
Uh,
not played the new 2K.
I was balling with our boy Simon last night, lighting him up with Wemby. Did I win the game? Absolutely not. But Wemby had a great game.
Nice. I haven't played the new 2K. Is it good?
It sucks.
Oh, nice.
2K is don't get me started on the downfall of NBA 2K.
That's fair. 2K8 on PS2 was the goated 2K.
Nah, 2K18. I'm
Nah.
joking. All right, let's get to the Super Bowl. Are you excited to see the Chiefs again? Yes or no?
Uh no.
That's what I
I
thought.
am not. No. Um at all.
Do you feel any like resemblance of like when you're a Patriots fan? Like, do you kind of see the same narrative going where like everyone was talking shit about the Patriots, saying the refs had it out for the Patriots? Now we're kind of
Yeah,
saying the same thing to Chiefs. It's the same thing. They're just mad
100%.
they're not the Chiefs.
Yeah, 100%. The Chiefs have the devil magic. I don't think the Patriots had the same sort of devil's magic. I think the Patriots have had
You had you had
good coaching.
you had the same devil's magic. You had some devil's
No, but
magic.
we had it against us, if anything, with the David Tyree catches, some of
Okay,
the
yes, that,
Martin
but
Manningham catch. I mean,
you came back from a 25-point deficit. You're saying you didn't have a little devil's magic up in you?
I sure, but that's just like never giving up. It's persistence. It's a
Sure.
different thing.
That's one way to think of it.
Yeah. But
You had a Mark you had the Seahawks throw the ball instead of running it into Marshawn Lynch.
sure.
And I know
Yes.
that was good coaching because they knew exactly what
They
play they were going to
practiced the
run
play.
just by
Uh,
sheer chance.
100%. But still, I mean, I don't know. I'm not excited to see the Chiefs nor the Eagles. I would like the Eagles to win. Do I think they're gonna win? Absolutely.
All right, I
Do I
like the
think
confidence.
do I think Jalen Hurts is gonna score two rushing touchdowns? Absolutely.
Well, you mean
Um,
two tush push touchdowns?
rushing touchdowns in the box score, but I think it's gonna be a good game. I hope the Chiefs get blown out, to be
I
honest.
don't think they will. I think they're going to score. It's going to be a close game. It just seems like it's going to go down to the wire. I mean, are there X factors? It's
I
hard.
would say so.
I would say Xavier Worthy's an X factor
Say where are these an X factor? I would say Dallas Goedert's an X factor. And
because
I'd say if AJ Brown can have a big game too.
AJ Brown or Devontae Smith for that matter.
It's true. I
Um,
I mean I think
Kareem Hunt X factor.
I suppose maybe Isaiah Pacheco gets those high knees pumping. Um, I just think it's I mean it's inevitable. Like the Chiefs are inevitable. That's the issue at hand. Is that at no point during that Bills game was there really going to be a world in which the Chiefs were going to lose that game.
I really thought the Bills were going to pull through. I really thought
I
this was the
I did.
year.
I didn't. I was
I know, but like I wanted to dream. I just wanted to dream that like maybe the Chiefs will lose this game.
yeah, that's fair, but. I mean, hey, it's just,
I mean,
I want to say like Mahomes isn't everything that he is, but it's just undeniable that he is. It's
I
like the statistics that you hear about, like the comebacks, the like the record, the it's truly insane what he's done. And
and
I
he's
mean,
far from over. He is not that
yeah,
old.
I know. I don't think he'll catch Brady in Super Bowls, but some of his statistics
I
are
mean, if he keeps
already
this up,
crazy.
he'll have four. That's, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously winning three more is pretty hard, but
yeah.
some
No, I know.
eventually, like, they're gonna
He's
have to figure out
he's
how to stop him.
he's
Someone's gonna
entering
figure
the
it out.
conversation very quickly.
Someone's gonna figure out how to stop him. Is it gonna be the Eagles?
The
Potent.
thing
I think they'll
the thing is
stop him, but they'll
they
still
haven't
win.
even scored that many points this season, but they just win. They
The
find a way to
defense
win.
is lights out.
Yeah, the defense laid out, and they capitalize on your little mistakes, where it's like everyone talks about the penalties, all that stuff. And it's like, yes, there's the penalties, but a lot of teams have penalties, but their ability to then make those penalties and like make you pay for it, get points after every single penalty is what's crazy. So the
I
Eagles just got to be disciplined this week. They got to not let the refs decide it,
yeah, because
even
we
though
don't
it
want a
feels
repeat of
like
last time this
I was gonna
Super Bowl
say
matchup
it
happened.
feels like every Super Bowl recently gets decided by a big flag or something.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah,
also the thing is you make like that's a tactic also is to make the refs make decisions like one-on-one balls, different things like that. So I don't at the same time blame it, but I don't know. It's interesting hearing all the players talk about it and stuff. But
I do think that each team's only gonna have one possession in the first quarter, and I think it's gonna be like a 7-3 game.
interesting.
That I was
That's
right
what you're
last. I
feeling.
was I was right last year when I said
Just
it's gonna be
a
zero
long
zero.
drive.
Just two really long drives. One of them is gonna fizzle out into a field goal.
That's fair.
It's gonna be like a really methodical drive. The Chiefs are gonna score first.
They have their first 15 plays or whatever.
Yeah, like it's gonna be
Um,
like a really scripted, like, you know, run, pass type thing.
yeah.
And then no big plays will be happening in the first quarter, like in terms of like explosive plays.
Q AJ Brown 73-yard touchdown.
It's not in a Super Bowl, no
Well,
way.
Saquon if
Sa-
anyone.
No, because I feel like all the defense is doing is watching tape on Saquon for 2 weeks.
I
So they
don't
know.
think that matters.
I think it does though, because
He breaks runs like no one else I've seen in
every
recent.
little thing. They have figured out every little thing. They've watched probably hundreds, if not thousands, of hours on this guy by the start of a game. Like,
Yeah.
every little thing he could possibly do.
So you think Saquon's not gonna have a good game?
I think he'll have a good game, but I don't think he's going to break off like a 50-yard run. I think he'll have a great game. I think he'll even get a touchdown or two.
What do you
I
think his
just,
longest rush is gonna be?
I'll put it at 25.
25.
25. It's just like he'll get
That's a long
125.
rush.
I know, but I don't think he's going to get like a 50 or 60. I think 25 he'll get one.
Yeah,
Can you bet
that's
on
fair.
that?
I'm sure you can somewhere. I don't know what the line is.
Just do some parlay like
You want me to look it up? I bet it's
yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm not a betting guy. What do you think? Like, what are the weirdest bets you've heard of? Because
I
I've
bet
heard
it's like
some weird
27
ones.
and a half or something like that. Longest rush is 24 and a half over
Okay,
under.
that's
So
I would.
you're sharp. You picked the line.
All right, I like that. I'm not much of a
You
better. I like that you can bet whether or not if the Chiefs win, will Travis propose to Taylor?
can pretty much bet on everything these days, which is
Uh,
kind of scary,
coin
but
toss heads. I'm betting on it.
are you actually gonna bet on it?
No, but
I'll take tails.
okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'll do a friendly bet
A friendly bet with no wager, just
with
some.
no wager. Correct. I'll bet you. How about this? I'll bet you the better of our next year fantasy picks on the coin toss.
Ooh, that's bold.
If I
That
win, if it's tails, I get whatever of our two picks are better. If it's heads, you get whatever of
that
our
is
two
that
picks
is
are better.
bold. I don't know if I want to do that.
Come on, do it. That's a friendly wager.
That is, I was thinking like $2, not.
No, that's nothing.
I mean,
We
I
got
do I do make the draft order so I could intentionally rig it.
no, you can't do that.
I mean, you don't know what I do.
There
All right, fuck it, I'll do it.
we
This is
go.
such a stupid bet.
That's a great bet. Or-
I've made some dumb bets on this show, though. This show is where I make dumb bets.
There
The
you go.
pierogi
There's
bet I
another one.
never had to pay off, but
I
it
have
was a
never
dumb.
heard about the pierogi
Oh,
bet.
so we had our boy Dylan on the show, and we were recording late. This was like 11 p.m. one night because he's on the West Coast,
Yeah,
and like somehow it was in the summer, so we had nothing to talk about. So we're talking about like pierogies of all things, as one does. And
yeah,
I was just like so convinced you can't find him. He lives in San Diego. I was so
yeah.
convinced you can't find him in San Diego.
At period or at that
I
at
just like
11
he just
p.m.
no, I just like was convinced you can't find pierogies in the city of San Diego. Like it's just all Mexican food there. There's no Polish food. And I told him I would pay him $100, and he had a month to go find some.
That's
He did
insane
not
for him.
follow through with it. And the thing
That's
is, he could have found it because I Googled pierogi San
yeah.
Diego.
It's a
And
major
there
city.
you can find them apparently.
Yeah, it's a major city. You can find pierogies
He
anywhere.
it would have been the easiest $100 ever.
So he didn't do it.
He forgot to. I don't know. He didn't think I was like a man of my word. I would have paid him.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm a man of my
You're
word.
lucky.
I'll
Lucky he didn't.
lucky he did because I would have been out $100 all because of a
Yeah,
stupid Polish dumpling.
it's pretty good.
Which are delicious, by the way.
Are
Paul
they?
Pomelli's,
I will.
Madison, Wisconsin. Best. They're not quite pierogies, but that's the place to go.
I eat a good amount of pierogies here. I enjoy
You're in New
I
York City,
enjoy
of
a
course.
a piumani.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in New
I
York
have
City.
yeah.
You have everything you need.
Right around the corner actually.
There's a
Good
pierogi
place.
spot.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever things you think is going to happen in the game. The halftime show. Very excited for it.
K Dot and SZA.
Is it SZA too?
I think she's performing with them, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a lights out halftime show.
Coming off a few Grammy wins.
Yeah. It's just going to
Like,
be a lights out halftime show. It's what the people wanted.
yeah. I think it's
Like,
gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be good as Rihanna, but
it's
I
not
think
going to
it's
be as
gonna be
good as
good.
Rihanna.
No.
Was Rihanna
Rihanna
last year?
was stellar. I
Was
think that was last year.
I don't even remember at this point.
Might have been 2 years. No, that was last year.
Let's.
I think so.
I'm. I think you're right, but let's check. Super Bowl halftime shows. Do you have a favorite Super Bowl halftime show?
Of all time, not really.
You watch it for the game, don't you?
I mean, for the love of the game.
Yeah, hold on. Last year,
I think it was Rihanna.
it was Usher.
Oh, you're right.
Very,
So,
very non-memorable, let's be
very
honest.
nice. I mean, if it's only been a year and I forgot about it,
I mean, you can never go wrong with a Justin Timberlake one. Big Justin Timberlake
that was
guy.
good. That was good. That was a good one. I actually remember that.
Yeah. The Rolling Stones when they were old, yes.
Yeah. No, there's been some good ones.
The Janet Jackson nip slip.
I don't remember that.
Uh, that was when my parents put me in my pajamas, so I missed my
There
first
you
chance
go.
to see a boob. I was disappointed. When I found out what happened, I was very disappointed.
There you go.
Yeah, the wardrobe malfunction. It happens, all right?
It does. It does. So, what's your prediction for the big
What's
game?
my prediction? The Chiefs are going to find a way to win, and it's going to
Yeah.
be controversial. Um, it's going to come down to a Harrison Butker field goal. So it's going to be a 3 point game, or maybe a 2 point game.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's got the Chiefs are going to have an opportunity to win it, and they're going to find a way to win.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it's
I
just going
could
to
see
come
it.
down. It's going to come down
Is
to some.
is Travis Kelce gonna retire after?
I hope not.
You like him?
We're a pro Travis podcast.
Are we?
Oh yeah, big
Okay.
time.
Okay. I
Gabe
forgot you're a
recognizes
Swiftie.
game one podcaster to another.
That's true.
Obviously,
And
his is
you're a
a little.
Swiftie too, aren't you?
I am. I will be wearing my Taylor Swift shirt. It's green though, so I got green for the Eagles, Swift for the Kansas City Swifties. Obviously,
So it's like the split jersey.
I just coincidentally I have a split jersey, even though I wore it last year.
Do you want the Chiefs to win?
Do I want the Chiefs to win? Not particularly. I wanted the Packers to win.
Well, that's not going to
Uh,
happen,
that didn't work
unfortunately.
out, but
No.
I got a rep. Uh, I really did at the start of the year. I really thought this could be the year. Didn't work out that way.
A lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries, and also Jordan Love is only good during Toyota Fawn, which needs to be longer.
Sorry, you're out on Jordan Love.
I love Jordan Love. I just only love him during Toyota Fawn.
So he's not the guy.
He is the guy. He's the guy we got. I don't think there's anyone better
What about
for the
Drake
pack.
May?
I'm a Bazooka Joe Milton guy.
That's fair. You should
Uh,
trade for him.
we don't need a
He's a,
trade for him. We
that's the
have our guy.
future. That's the
We have
future quarterback of the Cleveland Browns right there.
we have our future, and his name is Jordan Love. We paid him a lot of money, and I think he's going to get better. I just wish every week was Toyota Fawn
That's fair.
because that is my favorite statistic that he just plays better during Toyota Fawn.
That's Kyler Murray plays worse after Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's just I love those weird stats. Do you have a go-to weird stat?
Not really.
I mean, I
I'll
love
think
the
of one.
Chargers stat, but it's everyone knows it. I've talked about it all the time. The 2010 Chargers best defense, best
Oh,
offense,
yeah,
missed the
missed the
playoffs
playoffs.
because they
Yeah,
had the
there's
worst
good
special
ones.
teams.
My favorite one is probably the Patriots. The Falcons blew a 28-3 lead.
I mean, that's not
Yeah.
just a weird stat. That's just a great memory for you.
That's true. That is true. But no really weird stats. But I'm telling you, some of these Mahomes stats are outrageous
It is
that
outrageous what
people
he's
have
been
been
able to
throwing
do.
around. Um, I mean, like
It-
just compared to Manning, Breeze,
I mean,
Brady,
he hasn't lost a
he's
playoff game since
yeah, the 3 years.
2022.
Yeah, yeah,
Like Joe Burrow was the last guy to beat him.
yeah,
Joe Burrow has made the playoffs in 2 years.
yeah. No, it's insane.
And
But I
it's
think it's
just,
gonna be a good game. I mean,
yeah,
both defenses are good. I'm
it's going to
what,
be a
what
defensive game. It's going to be a low scoring game, in my opinion.
yeah. Are you
Uh,
gonna
I,
chef anything up?
Mac and cheese always.
That's your go-to.
Well, my friend's mom always made mac and cheese for me when we watched the Super Bowl together in high school. But me and the
Nice.
boys have moved to different cities.
Yeah.
So I
So
still
you're gonna
make
make
it
it.
because she always made it for me, and it was a huge deal,
Nice.
and it was my favorite thing. And I send
Yeah,
a picture of me and the
nice.
mac and cheese every year. Or
Nice.
will you be chefing it up, or will you be door dashing it?
I'll be chefing it up. I usually go for a three-layer dip.
All right, what are your three layers?
Cream cheese,
Love it.
salsa, shredded cheese on top.
Oh, that sounds good.
Throw it
Well,
in the oven for a little while.
you got cheese on cheese.
Yes, sir. It's a salsa
Are you doing the cream
sandwich.
cheese for Philadelphia?
No, I'm not. I will probably use Philadelphia cream cheese though.
I mean, you got to represent. You
I
say
didn't
you're
even
rooting
think
for the.
about that.
You say you're rooting for the Eagles.
I have a dish, like a physical dish that I use and I take with me just for creating that dip, and I pretty much do it once a year.
All right,
So
I like that Super Bowl tradition.
it's my Super Bowl dip. Yeah,
How many beers or hard seltzers or high noons will you be consuming?
not many. I'm trying to. It's gonna be a not a fully dry February, but
I'm
we're
going
being
one per. I
healthy.
go one per half. I'm healthy.
That's
Look at
fair.
me.
That's fair.
Drink Miller Lite, if you must know. Not a sponsor, but Not a sponsor, but
But if they want a sponsor, you're open
If
to it.
Miller Coors is watching this and you want to hook up a deal, big fan of your product. It's not like I worked for your competitor or anything.
Fair. I think that it was a long January, so we're taking it easy in February.
All right, I like that. I like that. Let's see. Are you will you be betting on a Super Bowl this year?
I don't know. Probably not. I
Well,
don't
you already made a bet with me on the coin toss,
that's true.
so you're already in it.
I don't think I'm gonna do take a side or anything like that just because I would want to bet on the Eagles and I don't want to be double sad when the Chiefs win.
Yeah,
So I think I'm just gonna sit this one out.
good call.
Um, maybe
DraftKings doesn't need your money.
I'll do some squares with my friends probably.
Love the squares.
Um, I've been getting I did some for NFC Championship and AFC Championship for like a charity one of my friends is doing. I had like 2 and 9, and it was actually pretty close, but
Ah,
at halftime. But I never get good ones, but it's
I
fun to
had,
do them.
I had good numbers during the Chief or the Rams Patriots Super Bowl, but
Yeah,
obviously that Super Bowl
yeah,
had some pretty weird numbers.
yeah,
Double zeros.
yeah. Double zeros so it can play.
It
Um,
can, but I don't
yeah,
think it'll play this year. I think it's gonna be 7-3 end of first quarter.
some
Chiefs
th
are up.
hopefully I'll get those numbers. So
Um,
I think Chiefs are up 7-3.
and don't be surprised though if the Eagles have a great second quarter, two tush pushes. It's like 17 to like 7, maybe 17-14.
Going into half.
Yeah, I think the Eagles
Okay,
will be up at half.
okay,
They might be even up at the end of a third. But the
okay.
Chiefs are gonna win it somehow.
Fair. I
That's
don't hate
just
that.
I that's my game dialogue, and if I'm right, we'll air this, and if I'm wrong, we won't.
That's fair too.
Uh, but yeah, all right. But looking into the future of the NFL and the NFL draft are way too early draft predictions.
Yeah,
Who do you think the Patriots? We'll start with your team, the Patriots. Who do you think you're taking?
I would like to take Abdul Carter.
All right, the Big Ten
Um,
bully
yeah, I think a game
didn't show up
wrecker.
against Oregon.
It's okay. I think a game. Wait, who won that game? Oh,
Oregon did.
okay.
I mean, I was there.
That's true. Who made it further is more what I meant to say.
Uh,
Who won in the long run? But anyways,
we were Big Ten champions.
it's true.
No big deal.
Uh, I think he's like a game changer. I would be okay with Travis Hunter just
But
because
what position is Travis Hunter going to play?
I think primarily cornerback.
You think he's going to be a cornerback?
Um,
I thought he was going to be a receiver.
no, I think primarily
Because
cornerback.
imagine like how good he could be if he just played one. I know he's great at both positions, but like, just
Yeah,
imagine like if he hyper focused on one position.
I think he's a little small to be a receiver, full time. But I mean, it's definitely. I would much rather Carter. I think, but I think Travis Hunter's going to make some freak plays. But I don't think he's going to be like a franchise changing player per
No,
se.
but
But
you
I
know
think
you have the
Carter
option of
could be.
him
I think
playing both.
Carter could be Micah level. I mean,
I think they're very comparable players.
yeah. I mean, same college, obviously, but
Yeah.
I
Penn
think he's
State just
that
always
good.
dishes out great defensive linemen.
Yeah, I truly think he's that good.
Um,
So
but who's
we'll
the
see.
first pick of a draft? And who has it again? Is it
It's the Titans. So I don't know.
Titans? Are they
It's
gonna go for Shador?
I
It's
don't
not a
know.
great quarterback year.
It's not. I could see them getting Cam Ward. I could see them taking Travis Hunter even. I don't know.
But who do you think Travis Hunter will play a different position based on what team he's drafted on? Like, do you think some teams will like we want you because you're a cornerback? Other teams will be
Um,
like, we'll draft you because you're a receiver. I think
I don't know.
that's a luxury to have. Like, because you could
For
draft him,
sure.
be like, hey, we're gonna draft you, but you're gonna play wide receiver. Whereas like you're a
Definitely.
Patriots fan, the Patriots be like, we're gonna draft you, but you're gonna play the cornerback.
Well, I think any team will use them both,
And he can
but
trick.
not.
You can use it with trick plays.
But I think he's going to be primarily one or the other. The thing is, like, you're not gonna use him. You're not gonna have him primarily be a receiver and then play corner also. You're gonna
No,
have him
it's not
primarily be a corner and
it's
then
not
play
college.
receiver also.
Like,
But my point being, like, it's much easy. Like, a receiver is running dead sprints every route.
mhm.
Like, he can't then just like hop back up and go corner as
I mean,
easily
no one thought he
as.
could do it in college, but he
That's
did.
true. That's true.
He did it for 2 years
That's true.
or
But
3 years because he played Jackson State as well.
the I just think it's easier to go in tandem with some receiver and a lot of corner than vice versa.
All right. Any surprise picks in the draft? Like, who do you think is going to go way too high?
I don't really know. I haven't looked that deep.
I think the team's going to take a chance on Dylan Gabriel. I don't think he's going to play. He's not going to be a starting quarterback like ever,
Yeah,
but someone's going to draft him.
yeah, probably. I mean, he's how old is he?
He is
Pretty old,
old.
right?
He
That's what
is
I thought.
old. He is small. He's
Yeah.
left-handed. He is a. But then again, you said Bo Nix was a system college quarterback.
I did.
Uh,
But I also
I've been
told you
waiting for you
I think
to.
he's going to be a rookie of the year.
I mean, I was this close to betting plus 1,500 on Bo Nix Rookie of the Year,
Oh, would have
and I don't
lost, but
bet. I don't bet, and I really thought about it.
they would have lost.
I know, but I could have
Um,
cashed out. I would have cashed out.
that's fair,
I
I
wouldn't do
guess.
Bo like that, but I would have and made money.
Maybe. I don't know if you would have if it would have been a good cash out.
I
Jaden,
don't
I
know.
feel like from like early on was just
It's all
the
about the
favorite.
culture. Jay Daniels remembers me totally.
Yeah.
That
From
one
what
time we
you
met.
at the Heisman Awards?
Yeah, that one time we met. He told
Yeah.
the 2 seconds we met. He totally remembers me. There was
Yeah.
so much I wanted to say to him that I like didn't think to say to him because I was just so starstruck.
He's pretty awesome.
Like I just like want to say like I remember watching you like beat the Ducks at Arizona State. Like thinking this Jaden Daniels kid's kind of good because I knew he was a stud even at Arizona State. I saw that Oregon game and
Yeah.
I'm like who? I'm like who the fuck is this quarterback? Like who's
Yeah.
absolutely kicking our ass?
Yeah. I wish they were in the Super Bowl over the Eagles.
I mean
Then I
same.
feel like then
Well,
everyone would
we
be
got to
rooting for
represent
them.
a friend of a show, Dan Levy. He would have been at the Super Bowl.
It's true.
Friend of a
Yeah.
show, by the way.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, he could have if he never hadn't left the Eagles, he'd be there again. But
Yeah, but I think
he's a
he
home back with his hometown.
he's back with his hometown team. I don't know what his secret is because every time he goes to a team, they start playing well.
That's true. That's true.
So, and
It starts at the youth development level.
yeah, it starts in the youth development and
Starts at the community and
community
goes up from there.
relations. It's all about the culture.
It's
So
cultural.
not to shamelessly plug it because I think he has a good gig, but if you want to start winning, pay my boy Dan Levy a lot of money.
There you go. That's good. Good plug. And
Yeah,
the numbers say it's true.
the
So
numbers don't lie.
the numbers don't lie.
Give,
It's pretty good.
watch him get a job because of what I said on spot. You know, a lot of
Sure.
NFL execs watch Step One.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
big
true.
time. Oh
Definitely.
yeah,
They love the takes.
yeah. It's not just Dylan watching the show. Shout out to Dylan, by the way.
Shout out to Dylan.
He's the only one who
Not
watches the
Dylan,
show.
not Dylan Gabriel.
Sadly, no, I didn't get to meet him.
That's okay.
Nah, I told Bo Nix go Ducks though.
Nice.
Yeah, he's like, I missed an opportunity to say something funny to him. Actually,
Bo knows.
well, no,
He was good.
I missed a great opportunity to say something funny. Like, because a friend who like took me to the Heisman, shout out to her, by the way, she's great. Um,
Shout out.
she said like, "Oh, this guy lives in Oregon." He's like, "Oh, I'll be back next week," and I just want to be like, "Yo, you want to hang out?" I was so close to saying that.
What'd you
Missed op-
say instead?
I just said, "Go Ducks."
That's nice. It's all
I
right.
had I
Next
had to
time.
make sure he knew I was on his side, and I'm like, I knew he was going to be a stud the second he walked in on campus.
Yeah, I mean he's good. There's no
I knew
doubt
after
about
the
it.
spring game he was going to be good. By the way, what are your thoughts on the Nebraska canceling their spring game? I don't know if you heard about that.
I didn't see that.
So Matt Rule has decided that the spring game is unlikely going to happen.
Why is
because
that?
he thinks it gives other teams a great opportunity to see their players and potentially try to snag them, even though the portal will be over by then. You know,
Interesting.
because he lost dudes last year and he blames the spring game for it.
Interesting.
Uh, and Nebraska is one of the most highly attended spring games.
Yeah.
So if Nebraska's thinking about getting rid of the spring game, like, do other schools follow suit?
Interesting.
Because I
I didn't
like
know
this.
that.
The spring game is one. It's not. It's about a scrimmage, but it's also just about a great way to get the community out, get excited about the team,
Yeah.
and you will miss that if you don't have it.
Do you think Ohio State's just gonna run it back next year?
Uh, well, Chip Kelly's gone, so no.
It's true.
Uh, yeah, we forgot to talk about Chip Kelly to the Raiders. Uh, I like what Pete Carroll's doing. That's a good hire.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna get a quarterback.
They're going to get a quarterback, and I think Pete Carroll was. It's. I'm amazed they were able to hire him because usually the Raiders don't get that big of names.
Yeah. But it's Vegas. It's
It's
different,
Vegas,
different world now.
and I think
Should
Pete
be interesting.
Carroll's a great coach. I think he saw at his age, he looks like he's 50.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, he's an old dude.
he's like 74,
Yeah.
and just I was gonna check, but no, I think 74 is right.
Something like
And
that.
it's
He's
just
old.
like he can run around with the best of them. He's still got all the energy. And I
Yeah,
think, yeah, and
no
I
doubt.
think Chip Kelly is a great hire. I think Chip Kelly, I think his head coaching days are behind him personally,
Yeah, I
but
think
I
he knows
think
that, but
he is a great coordinator, and he showed that at Ohio State this year.
definitely.
And Jeremiah Smith was very disappointed that Chip Kelly's gone.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I think it'll be an interesting draft, interesting NFL season, off season. Hopefully the Pats make some moves, but
Packers
I'm
are signed T. Higgins, by the way.
I don't think so, but you
They
can
are.
hope.
If they sign T. Higgins, I won't care about the draft.
Sure. Same
No,
same with the Patriots.
no, I'm
I
not
would like
joking.
T. Higgins too.
If we sign T. Higgins, the draft won't matter because we got T. Higgins.
I don't think they're gonna sign T.
I
Higgins.
think we had the money to do it.
Everyone has a lot of people have the money, not everyone.
But we
Patriots have the
have
money.
a great franchise to do it.
Woo,
A lead
ish,
franchise, all right?
ish. We have a rookie QB.
You have a you mean a
Not a
sophomore
QB
QB?
that not a QB that can perform in the playoffs.
What are you talking? Jordan Love had a one great playoff game,
There you go.
albeit it was against the Cowboys. But
Yes.
you know what? This wasn't our year. We were injured. Next year, though, watch out
Yeah.
for the Packers. You heard it here first.
I'll believe it when I see it.
All right.
I'm good.
Lions lost everyone. They're done.
That's
Bears,
true.
Ben Johnson is not going to save the Bears. No one will. Vikings, not going anywhere.
Fair enough. Yeah, I
It
think
is the Packers' year next year.
the Packers year is always next year.
That's why I
That's
say
the
I tell
recurring thing.
myself that every single year. And one year,
Exactly.
it's going to work out.
1 year it will,
All right.
hopefully.
While we have a minute left, final score predictions for the Super Bowl.
Final score, Eagles 27, Chiefs 24.
All right. I'm going 30-27 Chiefs.
All righty.
All right.
And
This has been awesome.
and tails, don't forget.
Heads, all the way.
Tails for the draft pick.
All right. This has been
Cool.
awesome. Always great to
Thanks,
have you on the
Freddie.
show. We'll see you
Oh,
soon.
talk soon. Take
All right.
care. Enjoy your mac and cheese.
Oh, I will. Enjoy
Bye.
your 3-layer dip. That's our show for this week. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week. Big Fred, over and out.